I truly believe that this documentary is so special, genuinely.
Thank you.
It's powerful, it's inspiring, and it's the work that we so deeply need right now. And your voice in the conversation, the global conversation around well-being and mental health is the most powerful voice there is. It really is.
Thank you.
And so when you put out a piece like this and you let us in, it only strengthens the conversation across the world. And that's something that you're doing. So I want to just start off by saying that from the bottom of my heart, I'm so grateful to you.
Thank you for saying that. I think that is a huge part of why I decided to release it after having an internal battle. I mean, daily at one point, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I shouldn't release it. And this is too honest. This is too much of myself. Until I realized that ultimately it was meant for something bigger. It wasn't just about me. It was about other people. And it took a life of its own and became what it is now, which I'm still nervous about. I'm still anxious about. But I think releasing it is a huge healing process for me. And it's me letting go of that version of myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so powerful to hear that. I mean, when I hear you say that I feel like you're one of these people that you serve in order to heal and you give in order to let go. And that's such a beautiful cycle, because I think often we think when we're going through things that the more insular we go.
Right.
But you're someone who opens up and says, here it is.
I think, being in moments of my life, whether it was my health or personal life, friendships, relationships, I feel like giving myself completely to something is just the best way I can love. But I never wanted the pain that I endured to put some sort of guard on myself, an armor, if you will. And I never let that happen, because I still believe and I still hope. I hope for love, and I hope for healing, and I hope for change. And I never want to lose that. Of course, there are days where I feel so far away, but I would rather continue to get my heart broken than to not feel at all.
That's the greatest sign of strength. I mean, that is such a powerful statement. And I think with a statement like that, you're encouraging so many people to feel heard. I mean, I think most of us feel far away from those things.
Right.
And we're scared to admit that. I mean, you start the documentary with the promise of, I'm going to share my darkest secrets.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I thought, wow, I was thinking, Selena, why is it that when we share what happens when we share our darkest secrets? Not just for you, but for any of us. When you're with your friends, when you're with your families, what does that do?
I think at first it's frightening, but I feel like if you surround yourself with people who support you and love you, you have to be careful with who you share your story with. I think that can be dangerous. Sharing something that maybe was really hurtful, or sharing a story about your internal struggles to someone who may not be giving you the right advice, or guiding you another way that will only lead you to more pain, is scary. So first and foremost, I would say making sure you surround yourself with great people. And then I would say learn everything there is to learn once it's out. Once you say, okay, I'm dealing with depression, then find out every single thing you can about what that means. And when you have a relationship with depression, as opposed to, allowing it to keep sinking and inside of you, it's a little bit more freeing, I think, to understand yourself better. I want to know what triggers me. I want to know why I get depressed, and start asking yourself questions to open up yourself instead of, it's easier said than done, though, I should say. But instead of, keeping it in, I find that the biggest reward is letting it go.
Yeah, I think there's...